When I think about the strengths that first-generation college students bring, I think of students who are extremely resilient.
It's one of the most prideful terminologies and titles that anyone that is first-gen.
Their dreams and their aspirations are so much bigger. They want more.
We typically define a first-generation college student as a student whose parents or guardians have not earned a 4-year degree from the United States.
Those students usually bring a lot to the table as far as most of the time they're really outgoing and willing to get involved and kind of learn new steps. I think they bring some personality and participation from time to time. Majority of the students that we do work with are just from more urban and not affluent neighborhoods, so they're just used to a different life, and just to see their ability to adapt, adjust, and sometimes our students slip, but the way they get up I think is the most beautiful part about working with first generation college students.
Blood goes in, gets filtered, get filtered, chugga, 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 it chugs along. Hopefully clean blood goes out. And then the stuff that you kind of filter out and you don't want, that is called...
To me, being considered a first generation student is an accomplishment, and it's sort of like a way of saying that I went against the odds that were put against me, and especially going into a male-dominant field, I feel like it's an accomplishment and it's a good weight to have on my shoulders to push me to motivate myself to finish school. It kind of holds me up to this standard, but not in a bad way. It just gives me something to reach for, and I feel like it's definitely motivating me to do better for myself, to constantly try to keep up that overachiever mentality, even though sometimes it doesn't really work out, but to just constantly want better for myself and keep reaching for what I think is not reachable.
It's symbolizing wanting something better, like achieving higher education. Usually for us first generation means that you're going a step of the way, because usually those types of people like myself come from backgrounds where higher education is not a very easy or viable opportunity.
It's more empowering to me to kind of succeed in my field, because it's no one else in my family has done this. So I'm kind of carrying the torch for the rest of the people who want to do the same as me.
CASA provides a number of different services for first-generation college students, and I think what one student may find as useful may be different than what another student may find. In general, tutoring always becomes a point for students where they're trying to figure out, how do I improve some of my academic skills? When it's related to a subject, our ability to connect them to tutors who they may be comfortable with, who they feel have their best interests in mind, is helpful.
4-2-3. We'll always leave it at 3. I started this year as a tutor, and I see students that I gave tutoring to, and they come back to me 2 weeks later and get the grade, and they're like, oh my god, I got a B- from when I had a D, or I had an A.
Aside from tutoring, the open door policy that we provide, I think the students just knowing that they have a place to go to where, if someone has time, they're gonna donate that time. They're gonna invest in you.
Having an area like TRIO where we talk about heritage, where we celebrate cultural differences and we educate each other on these differences, I kind of just feel safe.
I know I can always come here, especially as a commuter. So the doors are always open and everybody's really open to providing help whenever needed.
Being able to provide them a space and talk them down and ease them out to understand it's okay to be human, it's okay to make mistakes. The students, in my experience that I've been here, have always been appreciative of having that space for them.
We're very inserted into their lives. We're the uncles and the aunties and the cousins. So I feel like the holistic part is what sets us apart from the other types of programs and stuff here on campus for first-gen students.
I think the Summer Bridge program that really helps students in that transition, they get to taste what living on a college campus is like. Students get to meet other people that are in the same journey as they are as first-generation students.
It helped prepare me, whether it's at learning about Blackboard, knowing how to email people correctly, knowing how to have a good time management skills, and knowing your resources on campus or outside of campus to make sure you're doing well in your classes.
I feel like the Summer Bridge program really helped with like transitioning from the high school mentality to the college mentality. Nobody is really gonna hold your hand. 2 classes every single day, regular college expectations. I feel like it really just set me on the path. It also made me very familiar with the way that the campus was set up and what to expect from other professors as well.
I can absolutely say CASA prepares our students with building their confidence by meeting them where they're at.
We find out who that student is more as a person rather than as a student as we're meeting them. And it's just like, oh, okay, let's learn about you, your likes, your desires, your professional goals.
The fact that many of us have also lived through that first generation college experience means that we're bringing a little piece of who we are into the relationship that we build with students, into our understanding of how certain things may be impacting our students.
I genuinely feel like this place is just something I can always cherish, and I always feel loved here. And even when I go here, like talking to people, I feel love. It's not just like I see it or I hear it, I feel it.
Understanding that I'm not alone in this process, like I don't have to like go through the struggles that I'm going through alone.
A network of services and a network of community, of people that really care for you and are always have your back, that really impulse you and take your education to the next level.
Giving the student the confidence and the resources to persist, over time they will get that obtained goal. They will get the score they're looking for. They will have the opportunity to graduate, walk the stage, and become the first in their family to be a college graduate.
My name is Emily Rivera,
I am Angel Diaz,
My name is Gerard Catino,
and I am a proud first-gen student.
and I'm proud to be a first gen.
and I'm a proud first gen student.